welcome to the Now platform Xanadu release features. Just to do a quick intro here, my name is Carson Jones and I'm a solution consultant here at ServiceNow, and I specifically focus on our IT asset management products. And today I'm going to be focusing on some of the enhancements to our enterprise asset management or EAM solution from our Xanadu release. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it here. Quick safe harbor notice here. So this presentation today may contain some forward-looking statements, and these forward-looking statements should not be relied upon when making purchasing decisions. Now, we introduced this asset calibrations functionality to help our customers improve compliance and reduce risk for the different pieces of equipment and assets, especially when we think about our customers in those industries with high regulation. So manufacturing, industrial, medical, there's oftentimes requirements for precise and efficient calibration processes in order to maintain that operational excellence and compliance. And since those traditional methods are oftentimes cumbersome, time-consuming, error-prone, this can lead to more risk due to the lead times associated with third parties. Now, this new asset calibration feature is going to help change the way that this process has been historically done in the past and allow our customers to lean on the platform to help streamline those calibration tasks with automated calibration scheduling, right? The tracking, making it less likely to miss one of these that we want to schedule or service on a monthly basis. But now an asset manager is able to jump into EAM's work management workspace and drill into the new calibration tab to start to review any essential reports, important actions such as expiring quality standards, and be able to quickly identify and address those calibration needs. If they have any asset servicing that's overdue, really ultimately allowing them to improve their response time and their decision making. Now, from a technician's perspective, we built out a guided experience within our mobile app to help empower them to do their best work. So now they're able to fully leverage the mobile app and use knowledge base articles that they can view as they're going through those proper checklist items, which is ultimately going to improve the on-site efficiency and reduce errors since they're going to have access to that information at the palm of their hands. Last but not least, we have this new drop-off and receive task feature. And this was built primarily for our field technicians and stockroom managers. So with our field technicians regularly going out and performing work on assets, sometimes those assets need replacements. And prior to Xanadu, there wasn't a foundational way to help document the transfer of those assets from say a technician's personal stockroom to the main stockroom when they're going out and replacing one asset with another. But with this new drop off and receive task feature, this is going to overall help improve the accuracy of our inventory management system, and then two, increasing that visibility and transparency within our customers' estate. Because now our technicians can seamlessly drop off assets at the end of a job or workday, lean on those mobile capabilities with EAM to help facilitate that. And on top of that, there's also going to be an automation piece in place, and this is going to be there to help close the task once the asset is dropped off. And they can now lean on this to know, hey, this has been received at this particular location, and update the state of the asset as it goes through the workflow. I've brought us here to this enterprise asset overview workspace, but I'm going to take us to this work management tab here on the nav bar. And for anyone who's not familiar with ServiceNow's enterprise asset management solution, within this work management workspace, this is where an asset manager can start to get provided access to support all types of maintenance schedules, have an understanding of those work orders or those work order tasks involved. But today, we're coming here to look at the new calibration functionality within ServiceNow's enterprise asset management. So with that, I'm going to drill into this calibrations tab here at the top. And as I'm coming in here, similar across the solution, an asset manager, Joe in this case, is going to be greeted with some important actions that he needs to actually go out and do. Outside of that, from a calibration lens, looking at all the different associated events that have gone on in the past for his technicians. So drilling in here and being able to understand for this HVAC system that we have, we know that Bob went out and did some type of asset calibration here. And we can see the overall result, the status of this. So this is pending verification. And if we wanted to drill in here to understand what exact line items were affected with this and actually looked at, we can start to see, okay, for this thermostat on this HVAC system, the expected value was 16, but when Bob, for example, went out and actually did the asset calibration, he found the value of 17. So this is going to be classified, or the result, as pass calibrated. And we can see a lot of the other ones down here are going to be represented as pass when we look at from a result lens. Now, when I jump back in here, some other things that we can take advantage of as asset managers. So any asset servicing that's overdue, upcoming asset calibrations, and down here, this is where from a historical perspective, we can start to understand, okay, over the past 6 months, right, every time we've actually gone out, or a technician has gone out and done these asset calibrations, what percent of these have passed or pass calibrated? So getting that historical data to measure performance over time, but really we can lean on this workspace to just paint the picture of how these asset calibrations are being conducted with our technicians, and we get a better understanding of what's actually going on in our environment. Now, asset managers are going to get the ability to create these work orders, or a set of instructions and tasks that your technicians can follow when they're actually going out and performing these calibrations for your specific assets. So if we look down here, we can see this calibration work order, the state of it's going to be ready. Here's the specific asset that we want to perform the calibration on, the location that it's in. Now, as an asset manager, I can come in here and start to understand, here's the tasks that are involved with this work order. If we want to attach knowledge base articles for our technicians to take advantage of. But what I'm going to do from this case is actually go in and assign a particular assignment group. We're going to say this is for Arnold, is going to be the technician responsible for this. But from here, clicking save, and now Arnold would then get a notification from a mobile perspective, or within his workspace to know this is something that he's actually required to go out and do. So that's what we're going to walk through next here, the mobile side of the asset calibration workflow. So now we're in this ServiceNow mobile agent app, and I'm not going to go through the entire workflow here, but we can see in this case that that work order has been sent to Arnold's phone. And now he can seamlessly, step-by-step, go through this calibration work order and lean on ServiceNow's native enterprise asset management mobile capabilities to conduct that. There are going to be knowledge-based articles he can take advantage of if he's looking for information as it pertains back to this specific asset calibration. But really the goal here is, one, let's empower our technicians to continue to do their best work and have those mobile capabilities when they need them. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring us back to the slides here, as that's going to conclude the high-level overview for the new Enterprise Asset Management asset calibrations and drop-off and receive task feature on the Now platform for the Xanadu release of Enterprise Asset Management. Thank you all for listening, and don't forget to check out other release information from our Xanadu release videos.